Namaste. That's the yoga for spirit in me acknowledges spirit in you. My name's Adam and I'm a yoga guy.
And my name is James, and I'm not a yoga guy.
No, he's not. Well, we do a little show called unThinkMe where you can just be whoever you want to be. That's your own choice. And today we're going to do a sort of another little kind of fun and mixed bag sort of thing. We're going to do some comments. We're going to talk to AI a little bit. If you want to be super solid to old James and new Adam, go ahead and hit that like button down there, that subscribe button. Make sure, and if notifications still exist, notify these nuts.
He's tried desperately.
Notifying the need to have nuts across your chin. I wanted to look up the actual. I asked, what are the benefits of cold showers and cold plunges? Because everyone's like, they're so beneficial. There's so much science. It's like, okay, what is it? What does this mean? All right.
Here we go. This is ChatGPT or this is like WebMD? Who's the source here?
It's my friend Brian. No, it's totally ChatGPT. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so physical benefits.
Here we go.
Improved circulation. Cold exposure causes blood vessels to constrict, vasoconstriction, and dilate, vasodilation. Upon warming, improving overall circulation and cardiovascular health. Overall circulation and cardiovascular health. Well, that sounds very good.
Okay. Indeed.
Cold exposure. So that would be the same if I play out in the snow. That would be the same if I'm just, my nipples are hard in my bedroom, right?
I feel like it's more of the shock.
Gotta be
I
a
don't
hard
think prolonged exposure is the thing. The vascular benefits are the quick contraction and then release relatively quickly, warming back up.
Okay. So that being the case, would it not then make the most sense for me to go very cold, very hot, very cold, very hot, very cold?
Well, then you're causing undue stress, I believe.
I thought the shock is exactly what we want.
A shock, yes, but continued, like it's whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger. A shock makes us stronger. If you are like back and forth, now you're wearing yourself down. You can't recover. You're not giving yourself the recovery time.
Okay,
I think.
So
I never said I was right.
So short bursts 3 times throughout the day might be better than taking an entire 20-minute cold shower in the morning.
I would say yes. To my understanding, again,
that's comforting.
Whale biologist.
All right. So, how long is the most optimal cold shock
exposure shock? Yeah. Here we go. I've heard some of these cold shock D's nuts. Got him. They almost boast how long they can stay in the cold. At some point, this has to stop being beneficial.
I mean, hypothermia is probably not great for your body.
Probably not, I would say.
Okay, dude, I think we got this. 2 to 5 minutes.
5 minutes is a long ass time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was doing my whole shower, which is 15,
20 minutes.
Yeah, 10, Jesus. 15. When it's cold, it's faster.
Right.
At a temperature range of 50 to 59 Fahrenheit or 10 to 15 Celsius. So,
oh wow, that's actually warmer than I thought.
Yeah. So, I wonder how hot 50 degrees is now. Maybe we're doing it way too hard.
Half your body temp.
I'm gonna go test how hot that is.
Take your little thermometer, put it under a tap, and get it set to 50, and then feel. It's gonna be cold, but I was thinking like the Arctic. Freezing cold as the tap can get, which might be 50. I don't know. I've never tested it.
2 to 5 is enough to activate the responses. So that's actually kind of what I'm doing now. Like I said, where I turn the water on and it takes a while to heat up. Like some houses take a rather long time and I seem to be living in them pretty regularly. So, and then that's cool too, because I'm not wasting water. So all around good deal.
You might have some hard water issues in your piping.
I think we do. Okay. Reduced muscle soreness. That's cold exposure can help reduce inflammation, alleviate muscle soreness. Okay, that's like not really a health benefit. It's like a comfort, I guess. It's like a...
Well, reducing inflammation. Inflammation's not great. It's your body's response trying to protect a damaged area, but prolonged inflammation, that's not great.
So
You
it's
get embolisms.
especially after exercise. Well, if I'm doing this first thing when I wake up, that's not after exercise. So this is like
Uh,
putting a cold pack on yourself.
what can I say? I sleep hard. I'm like
And it's another
winded
one of
when
those
I wake
things
up.
too. Like for my jaw thing, the doctor's like, "Well, you put heat on it and also put cold on it." So
Yeah,
like
alternating.
one helps the swelling, like one helps with pain. Well, great. Okay. So that's kind of like that. It's like if you need cold, well, it'll provide that. Boosted immune function. Regular exposure to cold water may increase white blood cell counts and boost the immune system. That sounds pretty good. Does just being cold in general boost the immune system? Go on with yes, exposure to cold in general. Okay, so that one is not specific to shocking. So if you want to boost your
Well,
immune system, just be cold as
be
hell.
a little less scientific. Use a normal human's question. Does playing in the snow for an hour boost your immune system? Debunking the people get sick because it's cold outside. It's because you've shut up the house and you're drinking you're intaking recycled air more.
Spending time in a cold environment like snow triggers hormesis, a
Okay.
beneficial stressor that can improve your body's resilience, including immune. Along with also getting all that activity, alternating between feeling cold and warm increases blood flow, which can help distribute immune cells. Okay. Stress reduction, fresh air. Okay, blah, blah, blah.
Are we saying similar benefits to playing in the snow for an hour or shocking yourself with 50-degree water for 2 minutes? Like you can just kind of, you
For
can kind of,
immune.
truncate the process.
Specifically for immune. Yeah. Being
Oh,
cold is
just
good.
immune.
Yeah.
Circulation is the shock.
Yeah, this is where I think that with the immune function thing, it's not so specific to being shocked. I am not seeing that in the. An hour of playing in the snow as part of physical activity in a cold environment could provide immune boosting
Oh, yeah.
benefits through increased physical activity, cold exposure, and
hmm
stress reduction.
It's because of playing in the snow. It's
Yeah.
not just being cold for an hour. It assumes you're playing pretty rigorously.
And it's saying don't overdo it too. It's saying like an hour is a good amount. So like that ski trip might not be boosting your immune. Gotti. Faster recovery. Athletes use cold plunges to accelerate recovery by reducing swelling and promoting faster healing of micro tears in
hmm
muscles. So if you're trying to build muscle, which generally a lot of us are, cold shocks accelerate recovery. Okay, cool. Enhance skin and hair health. Cold water tightens pores and reduces scalp oil production, which can
Tight
improve skin
fucking
and hair health.
pores.
Skin and hair health. Skin is alive, hair is dead. So I mean,
Your
how?
follicles, follicle
Okay,
health
okay.
might grow a
Tightens
little faster.
pores. But what if you then? That's counteracted by a bounce back from the cold. Like, does that undo the tightening of pores?
When it warms up and relaxes again, is it
Yeah,
losing? Are you saying like it loses its elasticity?
yeah. Is the enhanced skin and hair health feature undermined by rewarming after the cold shock? Rewarming after a cold shower or cold plunge doesn't necessarily undermine the enhanced skin and hair health benefits of these nuts.
How
The effect
never?
may vary depending on how the rewarming is done and individual factors like your skin type. You guys all know your skin type?
No, I have no idea what my skin type is. I didn't know that was a thing.
We can improve shine and smoothness, reduce inflammation, blood flow, cold water tightens pores. It helps reduce sebum production. Pores naturally dilate when exposed to heat. If rewarming involves hot water or exposure to warm air, the tightening effect on pores from cold exposure may diminish.
So it's saying like going the other way, not just going into a room temperature situation. It's saying like taking the cold plunge shower and then making it really hot
Isn't
is
that what everyone does? Like if you
contradict.
do the Arctic plunge, you go straight to the heater afterwards. You go straight into like
It's the
car heat.
Scandinavian steam bath, and then you go jump in the frozen lake, and then you get right back into the sauna.
All right, I think that yeah, the jury's gonna have to say like
Can't really go extreme both ways. It's
if
got to
you
be
want the
extreme one
hair,
way and then balance back out slowly the other way, whichever it is.
Yeah,
Right?
and I don't think people. I think
Is that
that
what I'm
if you're
getting?
looking for the hair and skin health effect, most people aren't doing this right because they're gonna go. They want to warm up afterwards. In general, like not if you're an actual Viking or something, but
2 to 5 minute, 50-degree shower, and then get out and warm up normally. Like, don't shock yourself warm as you shocked yourself cold. Okay.
that's what I'm understanding, and that's just for skin and hair, which that wasn't the primary thing I gave a shit about. Mental and psychological stress reduction. Don't really see that. Okay, cold showers stimulate the.
It's giving you something to cry about. Stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about. Like that sucks. So like, I guess it's not this bad.
Okay, it stimulates the vagus nerve, which it's probably vagus, but I like to say vagus nerve. Lower cortisol levels and improve stress resilience. So, I guess it makes you tough. Improved mood and triggers release of endorphins. Everyone notices that. That's what you do notice is you're like, wow, actually,
You're
even though
hyped.
this sucks, I'm like kind of hyped. Increased alertness, definitely. Resilience and discipline. Regular cold exposure builds mental toughness and self-discipline.
I suppose, yeah.
Cool. I mean, really? Like,
Well, you're getting comfortable being uncomfortable. You think this is going to suck after that 2 minute cold shower I took? Doubt it.
yeah, mental toughness. Okay, I was wondering how to build mental toughness, It's like,
Dance like no one's looking. Whisper karaoke and take cold showers. You're on the path.
metabolic and hormonal. Fat loss. Cold exposure activates brown fat, which burns calories to generate heat. That makes sense, I
Okay.
suppose. Yeah.
Yeah,
Improved
so
insulin sensitivity. Cold exposure may help to regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin function. Hormonal balance. Cold exposure can increase testosterone and other key hormones linked to vitality and performance. Damn. Okay.
Sexually.
Having cold on these nuts like makes them like. Go
You
nuts.
had mentioned that your vitality has you hit a slump and then it skyrocketed.
That's
So
true. I was mostly attributing.
does that
to,
correlate with cold shower?
Right. It sure does. Yeah. And they always say to take a cold shower to not get a case of the hornies.
Well, that's to drop your booner. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to come back. It'll come back
Yeah,
with a
you're just
vengeance.
gonna-
Tell you that.
Holy shit.
Taking those rhino pills. Pain relief, analgesic effect, the numbing sensation of cold, great. Reduced inflammation, decreased inflammation, just again, cold. Cognitive and neurological benefits, neurotransmitter release. Cold exposure increases norepinephrine levels, which enhance focus, attention, and mood. Focus, attention, and mood.
I believe that would be the very mammalian case of I'm in danger and I need heightened senses right now.
Okay.
Like, I fell
Yeah.
into a frozen lake and now I need to figure some shit out.
Potential neuroprotection. Some research indicates that regular cold exposure may protect against neurodegenerative diseases by reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. Okay.
What else would break glass and hit panic button on a daily basis?
All right.
Makes sense.
A lot of these, though, it's like, what about hitting a punching bag? What about standing on my head? What about running around the block? What about playing with my dog? Like, some of this shit isn't as unpleasant as.
I think those are the endorphin releasing things. Those are
Yeah.
not bad for you in any way. But this is how many times in modern society, in the world you and I live in the U.S., where everything is catered and taken care of for you, how many times does your brain click into like, we're in fucking danger, we need to figure some shit out mode? Not often.
So
I
here's-
can't. Maybe a car accident, like
Here's an
heavy
idea.
jostle.
Here's a sort of part of what I'm focusing on here.
Here we go.
The whole thing is about jumping in water or having cold water on you. Let's say instead of that, it's the middle of winter. I roll down my windows. I take my shirt off every time I drive my car.
Sure. Same.
Same? Okay. Well, that saves time because now I don't have to take
method-
that damn cold shower.
Right. I think the water method is just the fastest
That does get to you quick. Yeah.
thing.
Start gradually, begin with shorter exposures, combine with breathing techniques. Practices like the Wim Hof method emphasize controlled breathing during cold exposure. How can I use the Wim Hof method in my cold shower? Set your intention. Positive mindset. That really does help. I'm in a nice waterfall and I'm not like freezing already. This is great. Focus on building resilience rather than feeling discomfort. Start in a warm room to avoid unnecessary cold stress. That's not always possible for everyone. The breathing technique helps oxygenate your blood, regulate your stress response, and prepare you for the cold. Follow these steps. Get in a comfortable position. Deep breaths, 30 to 40 deep breaths.
Jesus, that'd be lightheaded as AF.
Yeah. Exhale passively, allowing about 70% of the air to leave. 30, 40 breaths. Hold your breath. After the last exhale, hold your breath for as long as is comfortable, 30 to 90 seconds typically. And then inhale deeply. So just take a lot of really big, heavy, deep breaths for a while.
And exhale naturally. Don't like huff out.
Yeah, I guess if you do it a bit, you're gonna do that anyway. Like you get in there and you try to make you go.
It takes your
So
breath from you.
And then it kind of catches a little bit because you're still like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, all right. So cold shower lore. I think. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a little debunkable. It's.
I
really
just
specific...
wish something as obvious and mediocre as breathing could have my name on it. Like Wim Hof just seems like on a chat thread he said first. Like, oh well, it's Wim Hof method. Like you mean just breathing?
Yeah, James Lamoth's the breathing method. Yeah.
Yeah. I did.
What do you have to contribute to breathing? Like, what's a new kind of breathing that you that only you could come up with?
It's not something I only. Yes, I have something for you. It's not something that I came up with, but I was told about it. You take 5 quick breaths, and then 1 deep breath and hold it, and then you take 4 quick breaths and 1 deep breath and hold it. Time and whatever a quick breath to you is relative to you. But this allowed me to dive deeper and longer in a shorter amount of prep time than if I just like, all right, and then dove. Let me let it go. You go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's real.
And then 4 times and 3 times. And then you've oxygenated your blood to a point where any more doing that, you're not really benefiting anymore.
Dizzy.
And then now you can dive and swim to the other end and back of the pool a lot faster than like doing vigorous exercise and then trying to do it. I don't know the name of the method. That was just something taught to me as a boy.
You know, not knowing the Gonzalez Wim Hof breathing technique is probably why I threw my back out taking cold showers before and why I was so skeptical of the method. So, yes, the principles of Wim Hof method can be applied to various forms of controlled cold exposure, not just cold showers. Driving your car in the winter with windows open and your shirt off could work as long as it's done safely and within reasonable limits to avoid hypothermia or excessive cold stress. So that's kind of my point. You're
not driving to Clearwater Junction naked in sub-zero temperature. Like, don't do that. But a couple minutes.
You can be creative about how you shock yourself with cold.
The delivery method of the cold
could be a lot of different. Like, you can be at the football game and just take the cooler and dump it on your head. That counts. Or in the summertime, get the hose out and spray everyone like all the kids do naturally. That's some cold ass water. Yeah, a lot of time.
50 to 50. What was it? 50 to 59 degrees. I know you're not on that page anymore. Do you?
Yeah,
remember?
It was. Yeah, 50 to 59 Fahrenheit. Yeah.
That seems warmer. I mean, that doesn't seem warm at all, but warmer than I considered.
Me too.
Like
I
a
was
plunge.
imagining
like you're thinking of like ice water. Yeah, that's got to be hovering like 40 degrees, 35. Like it's close to freezing, I would assume. So now
cold plunge lore. What did we come to?
What are we really getting out of this?
It's good for you. Yeah, we agree. It's good for you. It might be a little bit of a trend.
We felt that it's good for you. Now, yep, it is definitively
in ways that are obvious and not so obvious. Like obviously discipline and shocking your body, being cold. Weight loss.
The obvious to me was the alertness and like more concise thinking. That was kind of obvious to me.
Endorphins.
The circulation benefits, less obvious
less
to
obvious.
me.
Yeah.
A suspicion, but less obvious.
Immune system.
The immune system one, very curious.
Yeah, it's strange because we often associate cold with like getting sick. So.
It's because you've closed up the house to keep it warm, and now you're recycling all this dirty air. And you go to any business or store or car, there's no fresh air anymore, unless you go outside. and play vigorously in the snow for up to 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour too. Not long. The
We were
shock
just
storm.
talking about your relatives being in town for the holidays and like little kids spending like 6 hours just
Like hit me in the face over and over again with snow.
yeah, snowball
Okay.
fights and stuff like that. Like the I remember being children as well. I was multiple children and yeah, you're out there for a long ass time.
You,
Hours and hours. Like
you and
this
me
can't
were
be beneficial anymore.
busting up laughing because my neighbors had plowed a big bank of snow, and I would just you and me, I think both, we would just go run and dive headfirst into it and just plop with our feet sticking up out of the snow,
Yeah. Over and over again.
your whole body. Or one, I guess this would be really good for you and bad for you in a different way. We would get out of the hot tub and we'd go lay in the snow and roll
Oh yeah.
over, just
Yeah.
torture, and then go back in it where it's the hot torture all over again. So
That's kind of what I was touching on with the
that's a
sauna
mixed
thing,
bag.
where you go
Yeah.
jump in the lake and come back into the sauna. The cold thing is good for you. The warm thing is good for you, but not over and over again. You lose the benefits
You
of
lose
either.
some of those benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like.